So I've done 2 videos so far on SUMPRODUCT, but a couple of questions I've got is how does this thing really work inside of it? So uh, why do we have these little symbols? If we look in here, why do we have this little multiply symbol or asterisk? What does it do? So let's go into, as you can see here, we have all these true and false, the asterisk, and then a bunch of numbers. So I'm going to show you a really good little secret that will allow you to not only learn how SUMPRODUCT works, but evaluate many different kind of formulas. So we go in the formula bar, we highlight this first part, including the opening and closing bracket, just like this. Now I'm going to press the F9 key, and look what it does. It gives us false, true, true, false, and false. Now, if you were to look over here to the month part, that's what it references. I'm just going to press the escape key. Watch what happens up here. It goes back to the function. I click in here again, and now we're getting the blue range corresponds to the blue part here, and the green part, which has the numbers, to the green part here. So every time it's not April, it's false. When it is April, it's true, false, true, false. So that's what it's doing inside of here. I highlight that part again. I press the F9 key on the keyboard. It evaluates. Is it true that it's April? No, it's not. And no, yes, no, yes, no. So it goes through and does all of that. Now, what's the second part? Let's highlight this range. I will press F9 again, and here are all of the numbers. So imagine what it's doing is taking the false multiplied by the 15, which is, it's a false, so we don't get that 15. We have another false, and then a true. The true is going to be multiplied by the 12. So that's how we get our 12. And then once again we have a true multiplied by 15 and a true multiplied by 10. Everything else, when it's a false, we get a 0. Now let's just highlight the whole part, both sides of this. So everything right up to one more, right up to there. Now I press F9, and look what we get. So this is what I was referring to earlier. We get the zeros, we get the 12, because a false for here multiplied by 15 is a 0. A false times 11 is a 0. Finally, we get a true times 12. That's giving us the 12. We get the 15 and the 10. So once again, I'm going to press. I don't want to. Look what happens if I press the Enter key. Now this is hard coded in here. I do not want that. Now it's just if these data points change, this will not get updated. So I will press the undo here at the top of the screen, or I will hold down the Control key and press the letter Z. So click that, and we're back to the formula again, and it's just the result of the formula. So this is something that a lot of people ask about eventually, so I thought I would point this out. So that's what it's always doing inside of here with this little symbol. Multiplying, finding out is it true or is it false that each value is what we're asking for, April, and then when it's true, it multiplies. It's like 1 times, here it would be 1 times 12, 1 times 15, and 1 times 10, because we only have one condition. Now if we were to put back in, remember in this video over here, we had 2 conditions at the very beginning. We had D times E. So every time this is true, every time, let me just turn this on again. Every time that column C is April, so it gives us a true when it is April, multiply the value in column D by the value in column E. Else, it's just a false, so it's like 0 multiplied by these numbers is still going to be a 0. So as you can see, knowing how to evaluate these different parts of the formulas, highlighting this, pressing F9, you see all the different numbers. I just did something wrong there. You have to get this exactly, highlight the exact part, then press F9. Here are the numbers that correspond to this range, and one last time, we highlight this, just like that, press F9, and we get false and true, which equals the value here. Is this April true or false? Starting in cell C11 and going down.